What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are, you already know, thebomb.com. Now, in today's video, I am unstuffing my sinking funds. That's right, I'm taking all of my cash envelopes that I use as sinking funds. I'm going to add up what I have and see how far I am getting as far as meeting my money goals. If you are new to cash envelopes and sinking funds and want to know more, definitely stick around. First off, what is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is a set amount of money that you put to the side a little at a time over time so that you can save up for an event, an expected item that you're going to have to cover the cost of, and so that it is not a surprise and so that it does not hit your budget hard, you save little by little for it over time. Most of the time, these are things that are also reoccurring, so you want to continue to save for them throughout the year. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started unloading these cash envelopes and seeing how much we are working with. In our last check-in, we had saved over $1,800 in the first 2 months of 2022. I did ramp up my saving in those 2 months because your girl knew that she was going to have to spend some money on some things. So let's see where we are. And the one caveat is normally I have my cash that I want to swap out also with me for this video, but I did not do that homework in advance. So we're going to take notes as we go. I have my trackers, digital tech trackers right here. So I have my cash breakdown and I have my sinking funds tracker. That way we can keep track of what categories we need to go back and adjust. So let's dive right in. Okay, first up is Amazon. I already know this is empty. I just paid for our Amazon Prime subscription last month, so I need to quickly do the math. Okay, so Amazon Prime is now $139 a year, and so I want to divide that by 12 months. Actually, we'll go ahead and divide that by 11 months because it is due in February of next year. So I need to save at least $12.63 per month to make sure I have enough for our next subscription renewal. So I'll go ahead and round that up to $13. So I'm just going to put that note on the side that I need to save $13. And we will put $13 to the side starting in our next cash stuffing video. That way we know. Next up is beauty. I need to update this. It is empty also. I just used the money. I usually spend about $150 per month. And so I want to put that right there to remind myself so that I make sure I put $150 per month in it. Next up is our emergency fund for our rental property. I choose to not share this on camera, but just know we are putting money to the side so that in the event something happens, we can cover the cost of it. That might change in the future, I don't know. Next up is Eva. Eva has $100 online, and then she has $20, $25, $30, $35, $40 in cash. I keep her money kind of split down the middle, like some of her money online, some of her money in cash, because, you know, you got to follow the deals. Whatever clothes I can get for her at the best price, I follow those deals. So Eva is starting with $140. And so I want to make sure I put a note to give myself a $20 bill for her. Okay. Next up is our fund money, which is also empty. And I want to put a goal here that I want to save at least $50 per month for us to do something fun as a family. Next up, gifts has $20, $40, $45. Let's make sure it matches on the back. It does. So gifts has $45. And I would like to get this up to $50. So let's just say we want to save $5 more. Next is our Hawaii sinking fund. Oh, look at this 20. Oh, child. Anyway, it has $70. So I need to update my tracker. Add 20. We now have 70. And I want to continue to beef that up because this is going to be the sinking fund we start to use to save for our next security deposit. So Hawaii has $70. And I'll have to think about a goal. I don't really know. It's okay if you don't know how much you want to save for a sinking fund as long as you keep contributing to it. When you don't have a set amount, you can't. You just have to work with the numbers you actually have. But anyway, next is health. This is for any of our medical bills, any prescriptions or medicine we might have to buy, any vitamins, anything that is part of our holistic care. So health has $20, $40, $60, $65. So, okay, that's right, $65. So we know we can upgrade that to a 50, a 10, and a 5. Next up is house and hygiene. House and hygiene is empty, so we need to update our tracker. So minus 20 is $0. Like I said, I knew I was going to be spending a lot of money in the month of March, so I don't have a lot to work with. Okay, so health and hygiene had 0. Next up is my Louis Vuitton cash envelope. This is to cover any repairs that I might have to make for my item since that is no longer included in any new purchases. Thank goodness I have items like that I bought years ago, so those are still covered as far as I know. I've only had to repair one item in like the last 2 or 3 years or have it repaired, and it was at no charge. So 50, 100, 120, 140, 160. Let's make sure that's what we have on the back. It is. And I'm not contributing to this anymore for a while. I don't foresee having any issues with my products for now, but I do want to go ahead and get larger bills for that. So I'm going to need a 100, a 50, and a 10. Next is Mike. It is empty. I already gave him his money for the month of March. That is just like his walking around money, so he can have cash on him in his wallet. I give it to him every time it equals about $200. Next up is our repurposed envelope. We are mortgage free as of right now, so we should have a total of $620 for our escrow account. We try to save about $300 to $400 per month to cover any property taxes, any of that jazz. So we have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 350. I'm ignoring that airplane. 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580, 590, 600. 610, 620. So that is correct. And I want to go ahead and definitely get some hundreds for this. So we're going to change that out to do 6 100s and 120. And every time this reaches $1,000, I will just contribute it all and use a 1K slip. For me, I am a natural spender, if you are new to my channel. And so what that means is it's hard for me to save money. And what I have found that works is for me to save cash. And when I save it in cash, I save my money. I save what needs to be saved. So next up, oh, let me make sure I write that down. That was escrow, and it had 620. Like I said, I would love to save $400 a month. So technically I need to contribute to this again later this month. Next is property stuff. So this is our spend account. It does not have $0. It has $0 according to here, but I am going to update this tracker later this month once some transactions clear, because it definitely has money in there. Okay, next up, this is my expense cash out money. So I've repurposed my receipts envelope. And so basically, this is money that I would spend using my credit card or my debit card, and then I would pull the money from out of cash envelopes to cover those transactions, and I take this money back to the bank and deposit it and make the payment on my credit card. So 20, 40, 45, 46, $47. So $47 so far to the bank. So I need to take care of that. I won't include this in my account because this is basically money that's spent. Next up is my cash envelope, which is empty. I paid myself out. So I need to write that down. Next up is self-care. Self-care has $20, $40, $60, $80, $100. I'm going to go ahead and pull out 40 because I know I'm going to get a massage later this week. So we'll just go ahead and adjust for that. So minus $40 leaves us with 60. And I get a lot of questions because, you know, my husband and I, we care about self-care. And so my husband and I, we do get massages. We haven't been getting them as regular as we used to. We used to get them like once a month, twice a month, because he works very hard. I work very hard at home. And so what I have done is I have managed to create a relationship with a couple different spas, and because we come so often, they work with us and give us discounted massages. So I highly recommend that if you are someone who cares about your self-care, that you try to work with your masseuse and find a deal that you both can agree on, because full price is never the real price. That's all I have to say. Like, I see prices for like hundreds of dollars, and I have found a way to keep it so that we pay like 2 for 100 basically. But anyway, work with your masseuse and see how that go. So $40, and that leaves us with 60. But guys, take care of yourselves. Whatever self-care looks like for you, do it. Next up is taxes, which has $20, $25, $30, $35. So that is correct. And I want to go ahead and swap out those 5s. So I will say, let's go ahead and do a 10 for taxes. And it should have a total of 35. Okay, and then we have Tesla. This is for any costs that may come up with our car. The one that I know we're going to have to save for, or that we currently are saving for, is replacement tires. Usually people replace their tires at about the 25,000 mile mark, and we are at the 10,000 mark already because we had so much fun. We've been definitely driving more often, and so I want to make sure we have the money for that. So we have a total of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 670, $690. So that is pretty good. Let's make sure. Yep, that's our number on the back. So Tesla has 690. My goal originally was about $3,000, but after talking to Micah yesterday, I may have set a goal that is unnecessary. We might need less than that, but I just want to contribute heavily to this sinking fund for a while to get it into the thousands and then slow up. So for now, we'll just keep it business as usual. We contribute at least $100 every month. So $690 for Tesla. Let's see how we can adjust that. I don't think there's anything we can do with that $690. Yeah, We already have the right amounts. Okay, so now let's switch to our next sinking funds. Okay, next is my business cash envelopes, and so these are my cash envelopes that I use to cover the purchases that I make with my for my business. With my business for my business. So first up is my personal draw, my income, because I believe in paying yourself. And so I have a total of 100, 200, 250, 300, 320, 340, 350, 360, 370. So we have saved $370. And I know I need to update that because I definitely pulled some money for myself, you know. So $370 left over. And so that means that I paid myself 650 minus 370, 280. I hadn't paid myself out in a while, so I feel good about that. 280. Then next up, oh, let me make sure I write this down, y'all. Let's see. So income now has $370. I pay myself like about 10 to 15%. Next are taxes. So taxes now has 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,320, 1,340, 1,360. So 1,360. Let's see if that's right. Okay, so it's about right. 1,357. So roundabout, because I do keep $1,000 in Capital One, in my sinking fund account. So that's cool. That's cool. We'll just put that right here. Actually, let's count how much I have. 100. I'll be able to remember. Because I know it's 1,000 online. Okay, so is there anything I can do with that money? Yes, I can go ahead and give myself. So we have a total of 1,360. I can give myself some hundreds. So I will do 3 100s just to keep things thin. Next up are bills. Bills has $40 left. I just did an expense cash out, so we should be good. Then next up is my giving category, which has $30. I'm not going to worry about switching out this for just one $10 bill. Oops. Keep it out. That's the hardest part to remember, y'all. when you unstuffing everything. Okay, so giving has 30. Yeah, giving has 30. Next up is shipping. It has $60 left. And then the last one that I have money in is products. It has $30. So I need to update this, that we added 20 to equal 30. And the rest of these I'm not stuffing right now. I haven't needed anything for these 4 categories. I already paid for my P.O. box, so I will start contributing to this next month. Okay, and then the last one that I want to add to this count is my vacation fund. So I have not started contributing to these yet. As far as my breakdown cash envelopes, these are the ones that I use to cover purchases for different events that happen on vacation or while traveling in general. And so I'll start to add to these when things get closer, when we get closer to traveling time. So maybe like about 6 months out, I'll start contributing to those. So next is my regular vacation fund. So this is money to cover the cost of flights and hotels. So we have 100, 200, 210, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, 245, $250. Technically, I need to be contributing like $200 a month to these categories. So Your girl is a little behind. Like I said, guys, it's all about consistency. And I have not been consistent with adding money to this category. But we will get there. And then these are my broken down location based envelopes. And I'm so sad because I can't find my Hawaii one. I have to unpack one small bag from when we went to Maui a few months ago. So don't judge me. I still need to unpack. So I'm hoping it's in there. But I love these because this is how I save for multiple trips at the same time. Okay, so now let's count up this money. First, I want to add up how much money I need to grab from the bank. So what I do is just tally up all of the numbers that we have been counting up as we unloaded our cash. So I need 10 100s. I need 2 50s. I need 1 20, which I'll probably be able to work from here, but it's okay just to make it simple. And I need 3 $10 bills. Like, it's a must. I'm going to go inside the bank when it's open and grab that. So if we add that up, 10 100s is $100. This is 2 50s, which also equals, look at me, 10 100s is definitely $1,000, sorry. And then 2 50s is 100, so that's $1,100, 1120, 1150. So 1150 is how much money I need to pull from the bank. So this is our progress for what, 2.5 months into the new year? I'll take it. Let's grab our calculator because I breaks this up. First off, we have $1,000 plus 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Plus 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500, 50, 600, 50, 700, 50, 800, 850, plus 850, plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 240, 260, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So we have saved a total of $3,785 so far with our sinking funds. And that is why I love counting it up, because it seems like you are making like hardly any progress at all. But man, that's a difference of, let me write down that number first of all. First of all, we have saved $3,785. And last month we saved about $1,815 total. So we have contributed another $1,970. That is awesome. My numbers might be a little off, y'all. I do ballpark figures, so I'm not tripping. My one lowly $10 bill. It's crazy. Excuse me. So I am going to re-stuff my envelopes. I'll do that off camera, but it is such a good feeling to know that we are saving money while paying off debt, and we're also cash flowing our expenses as they come. I do have another large expense next month, but I'm hoping that some extra income will help to offset that so I don't have to hit my sinking funds that hard. But plus 18, 15, $3,785. Awesome. All right, y'all. I'm feeling good. Thank you guys for all your concern. I am just talking low because some people are still sleeping in the house or still waking up, and so I'm trying to be kind to them. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.